Yahshua Kakadash. Want to give double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, boys in the gospel brother, Mr. Standard, how about you, how about shy, wherever it may be. We the brothers out here another weekend, GMS Kansas City, prophesy the end of this kingdom, all right, on this hot, humid summer day, all right. You know, we was kind of complaining about how the weather is all hot. In certain places it's cold. Well, not cold, but it's like a little milder, a little spring type temperature, like in Chicago, LA, even parts of Florida is not as bad as it is here in Missouri. And, you know, one thing about it, Missouri is part of the Midwest, like Illinois, fucking Minnesota, Detroit. These are Midwestern states. But for whatever reason, the Most High has this scorching heat set upon this place in the Midwest, man, because we understand that they call the sin of America the breadbasket of the world. So, according to prophecy, the Lord said he was going to smite this earth with plagues, predominantly Babylon the Great, because of the wickedness and the evilness that it has traversed around the planet Earth, man. From the Momo agenda, from the transmitter agenda, to Jake all out of whack, to, you know, this whole staging of events, World War III, and Jake just being a bunch of degenerates, man. We in that month, the PRIDE, and you niggas just celebrate Juneteenth. So we understand why the Lord got to bring hell to this place, man. All right? So anybody got precepts, I'm going to go off that.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places.
Yeah, famines. Famines are coming. Okay? Orchestrated famines. Because when you go into the WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, basically they call this the year of the polycrisis. Now, when you look at the past event that just happened with this whole Titan nonsense, which I think that's all bullshit. For one thing, I don't believe that nobody's gonna plunge 2.5 miles in the ocean, 12,000 feet with a goddamn Xbox controller to go find a ship, man, that's been underwater over 100 years. That's even if it's really there. You see what I'm saying? Because if you understand Titan, I believe that the Atlantic, like if you go into the whole thing of Titan, into the Greeks, you know, in the time of the Greeks, they had Spartans, Titans, gladiators, but even Atlantic. I believe that that word goes back, I'm trying to remember. God of Atlas, yeah, and I believe wasn't like a Titan or some shit like that?
Yeah, he held, he's holding the rock on his shoulders, and how the story goes. Yeah. But he's supposed to be the Gibraltar, right where Spain is, going to the Mediterranean. That's the area of Atlas. That's the Atlas Mount.
Atlas Khan.
You know, and that goes into why they named the Atlantic the same name, the Atlantic Ocean.
But what are the chances that this whole thing, the vessel called the Titan, which was a vessel that was set to go discover the Titanic, and if you go back into 1898, it was a book called The Wreck of the Titan. Okay, same ship, Titanic. It hit an iceberg and it sunk in the North Atlantic. Such and such, such and such, man. Then, if you know the story of that, important men were on the ship to protest the Federal Reserve. The ship went down. Now, 100 years later in the future, when they're talking about setting up Fed now, you had this thing called the Titan that plunged down into the ocean or disintegrated, man. Yeah. So that shows you that there's some folly going on here. Okay, and we know that the economic collapse is all tied to this Federal Reserve system, this Edomite system, and what's going to happen is they're going to plunge everything, man, which will bring a famine, okay, martial law, pestilence, chaos, bank runs, bank collapse, people losing money, people killing one another. It's all right in front of your face, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we out here to warn you of these things, bro. All right? Yeah.
And it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
It said the beginning of sorrows. So right now, we're seeing everything pick up the pace. Because next month, it's the launch of the Fed Now program.
Yep.
And I forgot the guy's name, but I did a video on him earlier in the week. Basically, he said within 6 months, they're just going to collapse everything. And he said it's going to happen on the weekend. So therefore, it catches people off guard. Now, that's yet to be seen. But honestly speaking, he spoke with a lot of surety in what he was saying. Like, he knew that was going to happen for a fact. So, hey, this shit is done, man. This economy is getting ready to fall. They're getting ready to set up the MOTB. A lot of you people getting ready to lose your money, your 401ks, your retirement. You're getting ready to lose your homes. Shit, the real estate market is getting ready to plunge by 50%, man. So a fucking $3 million house may go for $300,000, man. But who's gonna have the money to buy into that? All right.
That's right. You know, this is why you're gonna have to have the Lord on your side in the time to come. Because if you don't, there's nothing that you can do to prep for these things. Because you got a lot of doomsday preppers out there, you know, and they give out information such as that guy. You know, they try to prepare for these things and hope that there's gonna be a bounce back and a comeback. There's no bouncing back after that. Once this shit collapses, that's it. They're rolling out with the MOTB, that C-HIP, and they're gonna put the money on that, you know, and even that's gonna be temporary. Yeah, they'll give you a little bit of credit on there. You'll get about $1,000, $2,000 credit to buy your, you know, your food or groceries with. You'll be accepted to go into these stores, and then guess what? They're gonna shut that shit off too, man. Because they're not gonna have no money to put on there. All of it's gonna get shut down. And in the midst of all that happening, they're gonna have different countries that's gonna make their move on America. They're gonna start shooting missiles on this place, man. What? You're gonna see buildings that's gonna be on national television collapsing, going down because they got bombed by countries such as China, Russia, you know, Iran, and they're gonna flood in right through Mexico, man, right through these borders. They're already here, man. They have what they call sleeper cells. They're just waiting to get that order, and they're gonna hit. And that's when all you people are gonna get shook, man. You're gonna have literally troops in uniform of other countries rolling through these neighborhood streets, gunning people down, man.
But they said it already that those men that came across the border, some from China, some from Venezuela, some from just different. They was part of that caravan. They said a lot of those guys are pretty much being trained up by foreign troops, man. So you could very well see that, you know.
That's right. This is the book of Jeremiah 51, verse 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. What's that destroying wind? Ultimately, that's going to be that nuclear wind, that blast, man. And also, you're going to have natural, quote-unquote, natural disasters happening too. The chair is going to unleash these tornadoes on this place, man. And it says, verse 2, and I will send unto Babylon fanners, and that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Now, when you look up that word fanners, that goes into invasion of barbarian tribes or foreign tribes. Troops, okay? So you're going to actually have boots on the ground on U.S. soil fucking this place up, man. It says they're going to be round about.
But they're already surrounded because they said they got them down. They fucking with Venezuela, Central America out there, coast of the Pacific, China, Russia. They already got this place surrounded, man. You know what I'm saying? They already know that your defense system isn't going to really come into play to defend you, man. You see what I'm saying? So through the spirit, you are already conquered, man. You know, because it tells you when you go down later in the chapter, it says that the king of Babylon should see that it's roughly paraphrasing that his land was taken, roughly paraphrasing. But they understand that through the spirit, that America, you're not prepped to fight this third world war, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they line is saying that Ukraine is doing away with Ukraine ain't winning that war, man. Russia ain't even begin to let loose on the Ukrainians. So that's all a falsely generated narrative, man.
That's scripture. This going with the saying y'all was out. This is Isaiah 13, verses 13. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land.
So you got people going to be trying to run, man. They're going to be trying to run from the destruction that happens. And that previous precept he was going into, you know, it says he's going to make the land to shake, man, and the heavens to shake. You know what causes that to happen? From the force of those earthquakes, from this place getting hit by bombs. The bombs are going to be so powerful, man. It's going to set the tectonic plates off out of course, and they're going to shift. You know, you're going to have that Madrid, what they call the Madrid fault, the new Madrid fault. That's gonna erupt. That same fault line that's over there in California too. That's gonna hit. Mount St. Helens is gonna explode.
Yeah, Yellowstone.
Yellowstone National Park, that's going to happen. And the heavens, you're going to hear the heavens shake. Why? Because of the, if you have a missile or a jet that flies by and that speed, it breaks the sound barrier. And you have something that occurs called sonic boom. So if you've ever been to an air show, a military air show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You can feel that shake all throughout your whole, all the way down to your organs. You'll feel that vibration from that sound going on.
Before that happened, this gotta happen. This gotta come to pass first. This ain't gonna happen until this come to pass. So all the attention they're talking about Russia, X, Y, and Z, look, man, that's all good. World War III is definitely on the cusp of happening, but before that even transpired, this is the next major prophecy, the MOTP. And this is what we're trying to tell you, brother. You got this guy Nate saying that that the beast system is talking about the New World Order. That's part of the image, man. Once you stop playing games and says the micro C here, but you can't do that because the men of the GMS who you despise, they teach you that. And see, the thing of it is, the scriptures tell you that, man, you should be casted down in front of the congregation because your men, they're window shopping, man. They know who's breaking down the prophecies in the scriptures. But see, what you guys do, you try to do quote-unquote damage control, and you reeling them Muppets back in, man, who you call men. But it's clearly, it's they that the mark of the beast is the CHIP, man. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 13:13 again. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of her fierce anger. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a man, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. It says their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
And how their children gonna be dashed to pieces. For one thing, when those FEMA troops come over here, or those troops, when they really invade Babylon, man, they're not gonna spare you children. It's like it. But overall, it's really going into when these missiles touch their ass, man. Because these ICBM nuclear missiles, they're not gonna discriminate on who they destroy. Because the Most High said that, hey, they should not break their ranks and they should fall upon the sword, man. So when the missiles hit, see, one thing about in movies, if y'all notice, even in video games, they omit children. I mean, you got movies that children get fucked up, but it's very minuscule, man. Like on most video games, like GTA or any end of the road games, you don't see any children on them, right? Because that's, this is a child safety society. But when the Most High really put this thing off, kids gonna be getting jacked up out here, man. Bad, man. Because kids are vulnerable, they're defenseless, okay? And then they're defenseless.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's gonna cause a lot of this place to really, people don't really lose their mind because the kids getting fucked up, man.
Yeah. And is it once you turn the age of 12, the law takes into effect for you, man?
Yeah. So technically, you're responsible for your own sins at that point.
Yeah.
So if a 12-year-old boy get thrown off a building or a cliff, then you gotta ask him, man. Okay, yeah, this is a kid, but according to the Bible, the Lord don't see that nigga as a baby. The Lord look at that's a grown man right there. Well, that's a young man right there. You know what I'm saying? He tried it. Yeah. He tried. Basically, the Lord is gonna look at him like, look, man, you're a young man. You're responsible for your own sins. You get destroyed. So, hey, a lot of kids are gonna die. They're dying already. They said every year over 800,000 kids are brought to America and they come up missing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like little babies and stuff too, man. And timing wise, that's why the scriptures say this is the beginning of sorrows. Because it's gonna start kind of small, but you people gonna think it's gonna get better, and it's not, man. Just like that story we read. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse till the famine hit, till the missiles come. That's why the scriptures say measure the time diligently, because it's not gonna get better. The scriptures liken it unto birth. Where a woman has contractions. Where it's going in and out, and then you get closer to the baby comes, the contractions get smaller and smaller, man. And that's how all of these plagues are gonna hit this place.
Yeah, now the precept back up when he's going into with the kids. It's the book of Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. You know, so the scriptures also say, train up a child on the way that he should go. He shall not depart from it. You know, so this is why you have so many brothers that's out here teaching. Notice how they're all younger men. We don't have a whole lot of older men in this thing unless they, you know, one of the founders or the head apostles that's been here for a long time. But for the most part, you got brothers up here that's under 40 years old, man. Bringing out the word. That's what the Lord wants. You know, so from the age of 12, when you read the account of the scriptures, Yahweh Shai was out there teaching in the temple.
Yeah, cutting.
You know, Jeremiah was young as well, I believe, when he started teaching.
But they said that Yahweh Shai said the doctors and scribes, they was amazed at his understanding. You know what I'm saying? He was a young man out there, and he had the understanding of an adult because he's a young man. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a young age, man, the Lord wants you because you're short. You can stand out here for hours. You can do the work.
Yeah.
You know, because most brothers come in between the ages of 17 and 24, 25, man. But, you know what I'm saying? That's a young man. You can do the work. Versus when you're 70, 80 years old, man, you know, you got ready like, all right, you know, we got to wrap it up a little bit. You know, your knees start giving out. But, you know, the apostles, man, they at the age now, they just like, fuck it, we're going to keep doing it. Right? Ain't no retiring from doing the Lord's work, man.
Yeah, that's right. Apostle Ricard came in at 19.
Yep.
He just turned 50.
Damn.
You know, so that's what pleases Yahweh Shai, you know, when you labor that long. Because it's hard to put you know, wine into an old bottle. You can't really do that. When you have someone that's been indoctrinated for they're trying to come in this thing and they 60 years old, that's very rare. I'm not saying it's not possible. You got brothers that's up in age that come into the fold. But it's very difficult, man, because they've been indoctrinated so long for so many things, you know, and they've already looked at it as a man of wisdom. And they're gonna say, what this young man can't tell me shit.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, it's hard for them to shake that type of pride, become a newborn baby when they're that old.
Yeah, and plus that too, we consider these batch of young niggas, we consider them the last generation, man.
Yeah.
We don't plan on these niggas to grow up and have kids, man.
Yeah.
That's why if you are a young man, as this brother's going into, it's highly important to lock on in this thing, because hey, this is it.
That's right, man. You can't put off the Lord from day to day. I'm going to grab that scripture. But you got a lot of people in Israel, man, that think that they're going to do the old Christian way. Oh, I'm going to get right and go to church when I get up in age and I become old. I'm going to live in sin and folly, but I'm going to get to it later and get right later. No, the Lord wants you to get right now, man. Right now.
Well, this is the book of Jeremiah 1, and I'm going to start at verses 4. It says, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet. Then said I, our Lord Yahweh, behold, I cannot speak. He said, for I'm a child. He's like, I can't go talk to these people. What do you mean? I'm young, man. I want to deal with Jake. And that's the story of every prophet. Every man in the Lord, for the most part, they didn't want to have no parts of doing this, man. I'm like, hell no, I don't want to go out there and talk to these people. So what, they can fucking kill me, jump on me? And they ain't gonna listen, man. You know, because you know, see, that's the thing. When you come in this thing, you have the worst, you think of the worst possible scenario. You think you're gonna be out here, people gonna be spitting at you, and it do happen. But you think every week somebody gonna be throwing pies at you, motherfucker gonna be beating you up, fucking cops come. No, I don't, I mean, you do have that account, but for the most part, you know, you come out here, you get your feet wet, and, you know, you be cool.
It ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad. The most you're gonna deal with is a bunch of scoffers, man. People that's gonna come up and thinking they know the word and they get confounded. See? But it says, but the Lord said unto me, say not that I am a child, but thou shalt go to all that I send thee, and whatsoever I command thee shalt thou speak. So be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, says the Lord, man, okay? So that's the point, man. Young man, you come out here and you do the work. All right, don't wait till like these old niggas in the church, 60, 70 years old, like a black woman, she want to give her life to the Lord at the age of 70, and she done done every time Dick and Harpo.
Hall of Fame hoe.
Yeah, Hall of Fame whore. Miss Mabel. Miss Mabel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she won that, she got the big white hat on with the handkerchief and love Jesus. White, sweet Jesus.
That's why in Ezekiel 9 and 4, it makes a point to specify if you're old, it don't matter. You know? If you're a kid, it don't matter. If you're not doing what you're supposed to do when the time comes, you're cut off and you're gonna die the death of that heathen, man. You know? And it specifies old and young, you know? So keep playing around.
This is Sirach. This is Sirach chapter 5. start at verse 1. Sirach 5:1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind, and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Right, man. You can't follow your own mind in this thing. But going back to verse 1, it says, say not I have enough for your own life, man. Because no matter how much money and riches you got, nothing is more profitable than the truth, man. Because when you go in Revelation, it tells you that, though I know thy tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. So no amount of money and riches in this world compared to the truth. Because we have the knowledge of the universe, man.
Yeah.
We have the knowledge that these scholars have been trying to obtain, but the Holy Spirit is not endowed upon them to get it.
Yeah, and then in that same one, it say, thou art rich, but thou really don't know that you're naked and miserable.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, hey, look at this nigga Boosie. Look at Kanye. Look at all these celebrities, man. They're miserable. They're naked. And they're naked because they don't have the truth. All right. Go ahead.
Sirach 5:1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. Follow not thine own mind, and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely avenge thy pride. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me?
Right, it says, surely the Lord should avenge thy pride. So, all you, I got the bag, I'm in my bag. I'm tired of hearing that shit, man. I'm in my bag. What bag? The bag getting ready to go down, man.
Right.
The bag getting ready to be digital. You know what I'm saying? And you know what, man? I'm going to say this, too. All you jakes out there, see, niggas don't know what the fuck is going on. I seen a post yesterday, and basically this one nigga, he posted, he said that basically they getting ready to go over the Fed now. They're shutting a lot of people's cash apps down now. Somebody posted that. Now, I don't know how true it is, because I haven't heard it on a general scale, but it makes a lot of sense that they're getting ready to shut these things down. But Jake is still blind to it, man. Jake is still cash app, PayPal crazy. I got 100,000 under the mat in drug money. No, man. They getting ready to do away with all that shit. You know?
Everybody's gonna be on the same playing field when they collapse the dollar, man. For y'all that don't understand what that means you're gonna go to your bank and there's not gonna be anything in it. The money that you have, the cash that you do have, you cannot use it to buy shit. It won't be accepted in any of these stores.
Well, the thing of it is, they're gonna close the banks now. For a little while, cash may get you some place. All right, they say the best thing to do then is to have silver or gold. Some places people gonna deal with cash under the table because people ain't gonna really want to convert over yet. So you're gonna have certain places like certain these mom and pop stores, they may still have cash offerings. You know, hey, I only deal in cash right now. But sooner or later they're gonna phase all that shit up because like your mainstream businesses, like fucking Walmart and your clock, they not gonna deal, you ain't gonna be able to use cash now. You gonna have to be on some underground type shit, like some black market type shit. You know what I'm saying? You want the deal, like say man, if you want a new vehicle, a new whip, you may have to give and say, I need 10 racks. You got 10 bands, so you can have this. No paperwork, no names, not traceable. And that's how a lot of people gonna be dealing. You know what I'm saying?
It says, Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. I'm gonna get to the point out. It say, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Right, because the Lord said he come as a thief in the night. So out of all the time, how many men over the years have came up to the camp and said, I'll be back next week?
Right.
Yeah, we had a lot of guys that said that, man. But when you want to look at it, it's only us out here. I'll be back next week, bro. Yeah, ride by, they say shalom.
No, you were Saturday?
Then they had dudes that came up crying in tears.
Yeah, I remember
I'll
that.
support you. I'll come back. You know, thank you. Never seen that nigga's face ever again.
Yeah.
Right back to wickedness. The very next day after them tears is done, I'm over it. Back to fucking going doing well.
Yep. Where's Keisha? It said, verse 8, set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity.
Right, man. So, for one thing, anything in this society is really not profitable, man. Now, the Lord gives you the means to sustain, gives you means to end, which is okay, but overall, you can't depend on that 2024 jive boy you got to get your ass out of trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Nathaniel, or Nate, Satan, or Bishop, whatever your damn name is, all that money you got from Esau, that money ain't gonna save you, man. That big ass house, that nice whips, the nice garments, all that shit, man, it ain't gonna save you in that day, bro. Okay, because at the end of the day, you gotta have the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Lord. But nobody in your congregation is teaching that, man. You know?
There's gonna be a great running away at that time from that congregation. You're gonna see hundreds of thousands of men and women just fleeing, looking, not giving a shit. They're going back trying to survive, man. They're gonna drop everything they think they stand so righteously for.
But when the Most High gonna break that school up, the Most High, when you break up the IUIC, that's gonna be, man, that's gonna be, I can't wait to see the look on them niggas' faces when the Lord destroy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because them dudes got a lot of blood on their hand, man. They the fucking police.
Yeah.
They probably got access to every man, bro. You'd be surprised on what they do.
Yeah. You come up to us, man. Hey, we will teach you the correct doctrine, but you're gonna get cussed the fuck out first, man.
Right.
For going along with that bullshit. Because you've seen a lot of shit that wasn't right in that congregation and you held your tongue. So yeah, hey, we'll teach you the truth, but you gotta get a little fire on your ass first, man.
That's better than just not being told that, but then getting charged money for it. You know, that's really an act of love. You know, to admonish somebody that is doing the wrong thing, man. You know, I had a quick piece of that. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 12, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. So this really is addressing all of you guys that have the truth as a means to an end. You know, you use it as a means to serve your own purpose. That's why you get weak. That's why you fall out. That's why when you don't get your way, or you just drop the plow, man. All right. That's why when you get money, the truth is the furthest thing from you, because you only sought the truth as a means to get money, man, to get paid, to ease your sorrow in this place. But there's no easing of your sorrow, man. We gotta drink the dregs of the cup. All right, and come in through the straight way, man. You know?
Yeah.
But I'll skip down to make the brother's point.
Can you read that again, Al?
This is Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil.
Right. And a lot of members of these congregations, they're on their leads because their leaders are on their leads. The leaders aren't pushing that you have to approach these last days with a sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm. Right. And he can't believe that it's not even making the attempt to go out in the past several years.
Yep.
You can just tell they're in the spirit of just complacency, man.
Yep.
You know?
Prime example is when Nate made that statement that ain't gonna be no Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
You know, then you try to renege on that statement. No, nigga, you said it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the mentality your whole congregation comes in. Like the brother was reading, man. Read that one more time, Bible Shah.
This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles.
Put the camera down and I'll come back to it.
Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil.
He will not do good, neither will he do evil. Basically saying that nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
No, that's not gonna happen. No, you know, we're not gonna get this and that. You're not about to be nobody in the kingdom. We're not about to get this. And also they try to say, oh, the negative things. There's not gonna be no Jacob's trouble. We're gonna be good to go. You know, it's okay if we take the C hip. That's the mentality these guys come with, man.
Yeah, even when it comes to doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Because Apostle Hart, he just said in a video this week or last week, every brother should be on fire, and he always say that.
Right.
That ain't a new message coming from our leadership. Is every brother need to be doing their fair share when it comes to the work, man.
Right.
If it was, you know, if that spirit was on the IUIC, all those numbers, you should have that many channels doing videos, man.
Right.
Where is all the damn IUIC sit downs? Other than the fucking radio show, man. Right. All they do is one camp does a radio show a week. Nobody does individual lessons.
And that's a good point, man. They have a huge number in that amongst them.
They got more people than us.
They might be in a couple hundred thousands at that point, if not millions. They have so many, and if the order was put out for each of those men individually to be doing what we're doing, And that's all you will see on the internet. You
Right.
will see no other videos but Israelite videos of truth. You know how powerful that would be?
But they're not built up. And that's another thing. That's show you that the leadership is trying to control their minds up, man. They don't want them to come up on a level because if they told them guys to really get in it, then them guys would be smart enough to see that they get to ask questions and realize that they're getting a thing ran on their ass, man. You know what I'm saying? So them guys can't do sit downs. You know? Give me the book of John 10, start at 11, or 10 and 10. Go ahead.
This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 15. It say, ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness thou shalt judge thy neighbor. And that's why a lot of y'all get on us as Great Millstone, saying that we attacking every camp, but really we judging you in righteousness, man. It's not a matter of poor and rich. It's not a matter of we get on Nate because he's popular. It's not a matter because we get on other camps because they carnal. No, because they just going off simple and plain.
Yep.
It says, read it again, Leviticus 19:15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord. And what more if you're talebearing on the Most High himself, man?
Yeah.
It's one thing to come up with your own lies, but for you to twist the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you are a damn bloody talebearer, man.
Right.
That's gonna cause a lot of men to get killed. One more verse. Leviticus 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy neighbor in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him.
Yeah, so that's a foundational law right there, man. You're not supposed to look at adultery and look the other way and then not say nothing. So when y'all see these videos come out, it's not personal, but somehow y'all take them personal. You know, if you go off, it's our job to get on you and rebuke, man.
Yes.
This is not a clout chase. This is not about edging you out and competing with you with numbers, man.
Right.
You know, the reality is you go the fuck off, you get rebuked, man. And does that not happen within our own camp?
Right. And you know what? There's better things for us to do than make videos as to why you can't fuck your woman on the Shabbat.
Yeah.
But for scriptures like this, we have to do that, man.
Yeah. This is John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. It says, verse 11, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep.
Right. Give his life for the sheep, man. Now, which one of you leaders will give your life for your flock, man?
Yeah.
Okay? Because you know what I noticed? Now, when you look at our comment boards, our live streams, look at Sakari's, look at Johannes, look at Nate's. What's the difference out of all the four camps outside of us? Notice no man scriptures. But you go to IUIC shit, they're praising the commending men. There's a lot of bitches on there, a lot of fucking women. All right, you go on Sakari, there's a lot of carnal niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of gangbang, there's a lot of just grimy debates. Fucking Johanna, you got a bunch of retards, man. All right, that can't fucking count past 10. You see what I'm saying? And on our comment board, you got men that's bringing out precepts, man. So that shows you the spirit right there. Who's in the right spirit? Because we hide behind the word, man. We don't bring our own personal matter to this. You see what I'm saying? But you other groups, it's about you. When you think of IUIC, you don't think about Yahweh Shai, you think about Nate. You know what I'm saying? When you think of Sakari, you don't think about Yahweh Shai, you think about Nate Daniel. I mean, you think about fucking Sakari, man.
Right.
Same thing as you can say Johanna. Right. Now y'all can say, well, you think about GMS, we think about the apostles and elders. Okay. But at the same time, we're hiding behind the scriptures. We're teaching from the Bible.
Right.
We have no gimmicks in us, man.
Right. If y'all say you think about GMS, or if y'all say you think about rape when it comes to GMS, that has to do with the scriptures, though.
Oh yeah.
That ain't a personal opinion.
Oh, you know what? Hey, polite man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what yo ugly ass. Yeah, you fucking demon. You black demon. You,
Heard you play
yeah,
guilty,
yeah,
nigga.
you out of there, man.
Come out the end, please.
Yeah, nigga. All that bullshit. You the one that kicked off that. You and that sorry nigga. When y'all came up to the apostles on 34th and 7 back in 2015, and we went into the whole grape thing. Y'all twisted that and y'all made it sound like we was the worst thing in the world.
Yep.
All them men at Great Millstone, they grabbing up 12 for what thing?
Yeah.
Who the fuck in their right mind gonna grab up a 12-year-old girl? You really think we're that fucking divert? Do you think we're really that fucked up in the head?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And this how emotional niggas is. The apostle Tahar made a comment. He said, well, shit, man, you know, in the ancient world, you can't take it. You take her to be your wife. They made it sound like we just teach them, go do women and jump out the building and blindfold them and put them in.
Right.
Man, look, man, the scriptures say if you lay hold on a woman and you humble her, and then, hey, she should be your wife and you can't put her away for the rest of her days, man. You niggas made a big deal out of nothing.
Yeah, they make it seem like we hanging out in front of middle schools and shit.
And look what the Lord did through the Spirit, man. All those false accusations, man, and apparent false witness he did on us. The Lord put a demon on his fucking mind to go out and do some stupid shit to his stepdaughter.
Right.
Now your ass is about to go to fucking prison for a minute.
Yeah,
Right.
you black, dusty, fucking
he-
African.
But they don't understand the scriptures, man. When you had these women that got married at these young ages, these were family joinings, man.
Well, see, it's not even that. It's the fact that they're emotional, man. See, Jake is not in this thing sincerely.
Right.
Jake wants something to talk about. Why you think Sarnetta biggest thing is to get the Israelites on his platform?
Yeah.
Because he makes money off that. Sarnetta don't take this shit serious, man. Like, hey, when that guy Maharakar was on Sarnetta TV, I believe he was on Sarnetta show last week, and basically he was trying to get it out of him. So what do you think about Deuteronomy 22 such and such? And then he asked him about the micro C hip. But then the first thing that came out of Sarnetta's mouth was, well, GMS. Why we getting, but we ain't on that, we ain't on your platform,
Right.
man.
You stop dealing with
Yeah, why we getting brought up all the time? Because they know that GMS has the 100% truth, man, and they
Right.
know we know.
Right. We don't shy away from the things that seem taboo to you niggas.
Ah, man.
But that's a
That nigga Sarnetta even admitted it. Sorry, y'all. It's like,
you good, bro.
that nigga Sarnetta eventually admitted it, said that GMS got the truth.
Right. Right. Y'all minds, like Apostle Tahar said it, y'all been in America too goddamn long, man. All right? Now, if Polite understood the scriptures, he would have known not to deal with a single mother with a young girl in the house, man. You know? That's extremely unwise, and you gonna get your ass fucked up out here.
Yeah, that's why, hey, you brothers out there, man, be careful, man. We in a time now that anything is possible. You got a woman, hey, you gotta have a mindset. I ain't got no goddamn woman, man. The woman you laying next to every night is your fucking enemy, man. I mean, we're not telling you to look at the bitch with a hateful eye, but look at her as like, man, look, bitch, I don't trust you, man.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because these women get down like that,
Women
man.
need that, man.
Yeah.
They'll keep trying you if you don't actually.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And any type, man, look, bro, you be surprised when they try to grab us up and put that Fed time on us and say that we're doing this and that, you're going to be surprised who's going to come and try to testify against you. Hey, your mama, your daughter, your girl, her daughter, her father, her brother, her sister, her auntie, they all gonna point a finger at you. That's all Esau need, man. Okay. Hey, for your Howard Shah, didn't they hire false witnesses to come against our Lord?
Yeah.
They hire false niggas, man. They were like, look, man, say this, say that.
God.
Hey, quick minute, go on the post light.
Go ahead, it's on that too. Go ahead. Now finish that. Then we come there.
This is John chapter 10, verse 12. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep and fleeth.
Right, so prime example, right? Now we're warning about the wolf coming. We're telling you that the so-called white man is gonna come down with great wrath. We're telling you that your family gonna betray you. We're telling you that America's gonna be destroyed. We're telling you that, hey, they're gonna come with the micro C hip. We're telling you that, look, when I first came in the truth, brothers straight up told me, they said, look, when you come in this thing, prepare to catch hell. You could very well lose your life in this shit. But see, these other Israelite camps, they're teaching their congregation that none of that is possible, man.
Right.
You ain't building your congregation up. You're telling them straightforward, look, there's no Jacob's trouble. And even if you get redacted on that statement, why aren't you pushing it? You're pushing folly, you're pushing marriages, you're pushing fucking fun, you're pushing concerts, You pushing all types of shit in here, man.
Fashion
You
shows.
supposed to be pushing the end of the fucking world, man.
That's right.
Hey, and the latest
right.
thing, them dudes on that radio, they did the same Johanna take talking about we don't hate white people. God hates white
Oh,
people.
hey,
Fuck you niggas for that
hey,
shit,
that's
man.
that's a sign that niggas sold out.
That
man.
y'all got it. That's gonna make me go off, man.
Right.
But that's one of the most important things you learn in the truth is that the white man is the devil, man.
Right.
You gotta hold on to that. Scripture say, do I not hate them that hate thee, O Lord? Yea, I hate them with a perfect hatred.
Spirit. Come.
Talking about we don't hate the white man. Yeah, they done committed a atrocities, but we don't hate them.
Oh, it's this right. That cat I work with, he gonna say, a minute ago, this guy gonna say, yeah, we know Esau the devil, but we can't hate him. This is brother Dutch, not a boy. Edomite. I cut his ass. I said, you don't
We
know.
can't hate him.
I said, for one thing, that word in the Hebrew is not Edomite, it's Assyrian. It's not talking about Edomites, okay? And a board goes into like a void. Okay, it does not nowhere in the Bible you can tell me that the scriptures say do not hate the so-called white man.
Right.
The Lord said, matter of fact, give me Ezekiel 25 and 12. What you got?
I got that picture.
That's Psalms. You got it? What you got?
We got
Bring that out.
Psalms 139.
He got it too. But bring out Ezekiel. No, matter of fact, bring out Zechariah 9:13.
This is Psalms chapter 139, verse 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked. O power, depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord Yahweh, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
Now, how many times in the Bible that the Most High said we got enemies?
Yeah.
Ruth, Deuteronomy, Leviticus, we have enemies, man.
Right.
We got enemies round about. So the Lord tells us we can hate our enemies, which means a strong dislike. So when the fuck is the sin in that, man?
Right.
Yeah, and to cut that, it specifically says that I have hated Esau.
Right. Yeah.
You goofy ass niggas.
From way before. He hated Esau. He hated Esau since the beginning, man.
I got a quick one too, man. Because that's easy. This is one of the first precepts we should learn. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Come on, man. What the fuck y'all talking about? I'll read it again. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Keep going.
And it says, verse 14, what then? What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh?
All right. So is that unrighteous to hate the fucking Edomite man?
Right.
Yahweh forbid.
God
Yeah.
forbid.
Yeah. You see what y'all guys are trying to do is trying to avoid being flagged with some kind of hate.
This so-called white man have done everything to be fucking hated, man.
Yes.
Okay, he's done everything to be hated. Even if you wanted to have mercy, Lord, like fuck all that, man.
Yeah, right.
The scriptures say that King David was a man after the Most High own heart, man. He said, I'll take thy little one and dash him against the stones, man. You mean to tell me that you ain't gonna have a pleasure on fucking these crackers up, man?
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
You see how these devils look at you?
Right. But you can't hate them, man. Chill.
Right.
That's why, hey, you niggas, man, are the worst. That's why, hey, we gonna get a lot of you jakes first, man. A lot of you jakes gotta get taken out of the way because as long as you niggas are in the picture, the Most High we ain't gonna get the kingdom, man.
That's right. And that right there, when you make those statements, that's a telltale sign, a straight up proof you niggas are sold out.
Right.
You sold out because you know they're gonna come after your money if you continue pushing that hatred message against so-called white people.
Yeah.
So you're not about that. You're not about the true spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. We just read in Romans. That's clear as day, man.
Right.
The Lord hates this damn devil. Why the fuck you wouldn't hate him?
Right.
Verse 15 says, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Does that scripture sound like he had any compassion with Esau? If he just led saying that he hates him? You know? Then he says, what? Should I be unrighteous with Yahweh for fulfilling that way? No. So you're supposed to to maintain that same energy that you come into this truth with, learning who this fucking devil is, man. It's like we got some devils across the street in this parking lot. I guarantee these fucking devils would try to have us off this corner if they had the opportunity.
Yeah.
I guarantee they probably have already spoke something plotting against us since we've been up here preaching this word.
But we've been even courteous. We even stopped parking in their parking lot. We ain't give them a reason to say shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But see, them guys, they do that because they don't want to prophesy against Esau, man. They want to keep that fucking bag, man.
Right. They want to keep that money going. They want to keep that publicity. They want to get paid off of YouTube. You know, get that view plaque. You know?
Yeah, because you can't come out and say that you hate the so-called white man on TV because everybody's going to look down on you.
Yeah, you lose your 501c3.
Right.
No, hey, put me on TV, I'll gladly tell you I hate your ass.
That's why you notice in some of those IUIC videos they have like a little disclaimer saying we are not a hate group. Why do they do that? Why do they put it up there?
Right.
Because they're trying to check a box in the Esau society status. See, they care whether or not they're in a category of hate group, but Esau's already got you in the goddamn category,
When
man.
you on the Southern Power, IUIC, you are on the Southern Power Law Center, bro.
Right.
You're not getting off that
GMS ain't
motherfucker either.
already on there. Y'all on there.
Yeah.
Sakari's on there too. All y'all groups, man. And that's why the scriptures say, though hand join in hand with the wicked, thou shalt not go unpunished, man.
This verse one is Ezekiel 25 verse 12 you call for. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, I will stretch out my hand upon Edom and cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it most desolate from Teman, and they of the Dan shall fall by the sword, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury.
So is that hate?
Right.
That's hate. Lord said they should do it even before the my anger.
Right.
That's
yeah.
gonna be bad, bro.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Most High has unprecedented hatred for you devils, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna use the niggas that you despise the most
Yeah.
to rise up against you. You mean to tell me the IUIC, y'all don't want no part of that, man?
Right.
That's okay. I'll get y'all a portion in. I'm with that. Hey, I'm with that right there, man. Hey, what my man, what my man said, house party, he said, whatever this is, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah, kind. And as you could kind of get that in that King David was in that spirit too in that Psalm 139. It's like the Lord put the spirit of hatred on him, man. He's like, your enemies are my enemies, man.
Yeah.
You know, you felt it. But you can hate Esau, like we hate Esau, but it don't compare to the hatred that this guy really deserved, man.
Yeah.
We really don't have the capacity to hate this devil for what he really did, man.
Well, because you don't know everything, and the Most High, you can't hate him more than the Most High. Like right now, I guarantee you, none of you brothers right now can take an Edomite baby and smash him against a brick wall. You can't do it right now. You got too much compassion in your heart. You got too much to lose.
Yeah.
See, there's gonna come a time when the Most High gonna put us in situations that we just gonna be like programmed, man. We're gonna be like a Terminator for the Most High, man.
Yeah.
That cold spirit.
Sirach 20 verse 29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop his mouth that he cannot reprove.
That's why, hey, niggas, man, they sold out. That's why they can't talk about it, man. But that the gifts, scripture said, gift destroyed the heart.
Presents and gifts.
You know what I'm saying? So you give a nigga the bag, 501c3, here go a 100 million in cash, do what you want to do, give me every receipt. Right. Nigga, hey, you gonna show a nigga up real quick.
As long as you don't call us the devil, you can have these cookies.
And man, oh, and don't teach me how about
Yep.
Right.
Or Revelation 13:16.
Right.
But guess what? We would rather be in this poor state and speak the truth than to be rich liars, man.
Right. That's right. bro.
Hey, we don't, hey, I love not having a filter, not being, we don't have a gag order.
That's right.
We don't have a gag order, man.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 13. It's like Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
Yeah.
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
Right. But the Lord is going to hold both of y'all accountable, man. The man that was going off, he's going to be held accountable for being wicked. And you're going to be going off because you didn't tell him not to be wicked, man. That's why we out here, man. That's why it's not personal. That's why if the message is that the Lord hates you people, then the Lord hates you people, man. We can't be adding our own spin to the message, man. Out of fear of the wrong thing coming across and the message not being delivered properly.
Yeah,
you know?
what is my boss gonna say?
Well, the Lord said the spirit of the Lord is not the spirit of fear.
Right.
Give me that revelation.
And you know what, man? That is not entitled isolating that message of warning from the wicked way by just coming out here and telling somebody he's an Israelite and telling him to love his wife good. That ain't gonna get you no motherfucking salvation, right? That's all you do is IUIC stand for. Put on your damn, oh, you know what? You gotta wear some fringes. You gotta take care of your one woman, your one wife, and take care of her.
Them niggas are weirdos, bro. They just weird. They just real weird, bro. They just, they're not in the spirit of the Lord. These guys, look, anybody that's like us, right? Now, even though we don't wear it on our shoulder, you can know that it's something different. Like, these guys got an edge to them or something. You know, they know something, man. They ain't with certain shit. You wouldn't be able to pick an IUIC guy of a lineup in the world, man.
No, not at all.
I go to work and I'm like, pick out the nigga that's in this congregation. Out of a room of 1,000 niggas, you won't be able to do it.
Right.
Got dreads, lineups.
Yeah,
Right.
think the same way, flamboyant as all hell.
Yeah. That's why we know you one of these intelligence agencies is behind y'all, man.
Yeah.
Because when you think about the IUIC, they have like the truth, but what it is, it's a marketing tolerable packaged version of it.
Marketable,
Like Christ is more marketable than Yahushua.
Yahushua,
Therefore,
right.
you go with Christ. You get a bunch of members and a bunch of women. Monogamy is more marketable in America than you can have multiple wives. You see? So that's what you guys are, man. Your job is to work on behalf of Esau to get as many niggas in your congregation as you can.
It's a glorified Christian church.
Yeah.
Right.
What it say? What they use that scripture? Gather ye, O ye nation not desired. They
Yeah.
always say, oh, we are here to rebuild the nation. Most High didn't say that, man.
You ain't here to
Most
rebuild
High, he
shit.
said he for the elect, man.
Yeah, one thing, you ain't gonna rebuild shit. Yahweh Shah is gonna rebuild the nation, nigga. Right. You just going out here and Lord, you thought you go out there and prophesy, man.
Right.
You ain't rebuilding shit.
Do your job.
Yeah, go out there and do the work, man.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. Niggas always trying to take on themselves that they ain't giving. You're not Yahweh Shai, man. Because for you to say you're rebuilding a nation, meaning that you can give somebody salvation, you can't do that.
Right.
We out here to wake our people up and help them to the truth, man. We can't rebuild these niggas up. That's the Lord, bro.
Yeah. The job of the rebuilding is going to be those men that get those crowns from Yahushua, man. So do you know exactly who those men are?
Yeah.
You know who's written in the book? Because those are the men that's going to build from bringing back Jake in the kingdom to making sure these heathen get everything built up, man.
Our job right now is to gather the hopeful elect, the elect. That's
right.
it.
That's
man.
right.
That is it.
Yeah, by pushing the word strictly.
Yeah.
We don't need to have
Gimmicks.
bring your kids barbecues.
Yeah.
We don't need to be selling water bottles on Sundays for $1 to push the word.
Because it ain't gonna be genuine.
We show up to the highways and byways as commanded, and then in our free time, we continue the work of the Lord by doing videos with ourselves and with brothers, man.
Yeah.
That's it. We ain't got to do much after that.
Yeah.
The Lord, the Spirit does the heavy lifting.
Uh-huh.
The YouTube does the heavy lifting.
Right.
That's what, brothers. You save a shit ton of money, not have no gimmicks.
Right. You're gonna be just like one of them niggas that really good dribbling between their legs in basketball. You doing all that fancy dribbling behind your back, and you go up and get your shit slapped, man.
Get your ass dumped.
Yeah,
All that fancy extra
like
shit,
a
man.
Westbrook. Yeah, you niggas are spiritual Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
We don't get back to the scripture, man. It said Revelation 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters. Whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. I, Yahweh Shai, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. So that means you got to get rooted in Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah.
You don't need to get rooted in BET commercials.
Yeah.
Get rooted in special computer effects.
Right.
you know, get rooted in radio shows. No, man, it's all about Yahweh Shai. It says, and the Spirit and the bride say, come, and let him that heareth say, come, and let him that is athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely. That don't mean you charge for breakdowns. That don't mean you go into half of the lesson and then say you got to subscribe to Patreon for the rest of the half, man.
Yeah, come, man. That's why it's beautiful to read some of those accounts when Yahweh Shai first started gathering the disciples. It wasn't nothing extra, man. He found his men and they just went out there, man. Started teaching.
Revelation 22:18, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add to these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
Right, so when you add to the word, or you take away, the Most High is going to add to the plagues. The scriptures say, be followers of me as I am Yahweh Shai. But the Most High hate the so-called white man. It ain't like the Most High doesn't justifiably hate this motherfucker, man. It's the reason why he said that. I mean, look at the condition you're in. But see, that's what happens when niggas get the bag, bro. They sell out, and then they start having love for their oppression. You ask any nigga up here, hey, is the so-called white man a good person? Nigga, I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not chilling out, bro. Y'all tripping, bro.
What? Huh? You tripping? You tripping?
Is the white man the devil?
Bro, I can't even lie to you. I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
All right, well, hey, you might need to do more research. But this is Revelation 22:18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, the Most High shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
So you add to the word, the Most High gonna add them plagues to you, man.
Right.
Saying that the so-called white man ain't the devil.
Right.
Saying that the so-called white man can make it, man.
We not talking
All right,
about you.
ain't, no.
We teaching.
We just
We on
teaching.
YouTube.
Teaching.
You all right?
Good, bro. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Hey, man, shouts out y'all, boy. Y'all fuck with me, man.
Revelation 22:19. And if any man shall take away from the words of this book of this prophecy, the Most High shall take away his part out of the book of life.
Nigga, hide the goddamn mind.
Yeah, he's
Why how about Shemaiah? That was a very wise, circumspect thing. Jake was like, let him have it. You know you're gonna go up the street.
Yeah.
It's something, it could vex you, but you gotta realize, Jake, you know.
Man, I seen him go from they let niggas get their mark, they said, let them. That's a whole sit down right there.
Mark yourself.
Hey, any nigga that carry around a computer like it's a damn MP3 player,
Yeah.
just let that nigga do what he doing, keep it pushing, man. He got a whole laptop, he listening to it like he's
Yeah, what you say, Southside or some shit, man?
Whatever he said.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Fuck with me, man. Fuck with me.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Shout out to Kevin, bro.
Hey, hey, that show we maturing, cause we would have cussed that nigga the fuck out 4 years ago.
I had to point that out. Jake was like, you know.
Don't
We would have got on his ass.
Get your whole hood a shout out, man.
Yeah.
They most side destroy all you niggas, man.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Robot coming.
You got it, man.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So if you do warn the wicked, tell them, hey, look, they're going off, they're being evil. You save your own soul. You know, we ain't trying to die for you wicked ass niggas, man. We're trying to deliver our own soul by coming out here doing this work, getting this message this morning, man. Even that Jake that just came up, hey, you see the fucking signs, man. You know, you hear the message. You read it, he said we're tripping, you know. Hey, but he been warned. He heard what he was talking about.
Yeah.
He see the message that clearly. You look at each sign, you know. You see the 12 tribe sign and inquire about shit that's high as fuck, man.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get some shout outs, some more reprobates that gonna die along with you, dumbass.
Kind. See, IUIC try to save a nigga like that.
Right.
You gonna say no guy
Right,
like that.
they will
man.
get that nigga a flyer.
Yeah, you let that guy do what he do and keep it pushing, man. If the Lord wanted me to bring it back.
Yeah.
Don't
Talking
force
about you don't know if the white man's the devil. That's the thing with you niggas, man. You don't consider history. You don't consider past events. You don't consider on how the past affected your current situation, man.
Right.
Well, look at it, yeah.
You need men like us to tell you what was going down and why you should be mad at that.
Yeah. The classic precept that people destroy for a lack of knowledge, man. Yeah. Jake just out here don't know shit, man. He's like, God damn, bro. Y'all niggas know anything?
Right. But he know how to roll that blunt, though.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 35, start at 1.
It's perfect.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 20, it says, again, when a righteous man,
Start at the top. Start at
the verse you want to start?
Start at 1.
Look at Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me
What's
to
the
eat.
roll?
It goes to this truth, this word.
Right. What does it mean by eat it?
That means you got to receive it, you know, and be nourished by it. You know,
Right.
accept the message, the word of the Lord.
Got it.
It says, eat this roll and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then I did eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
Right, so he didn't take a book and put some goddamn ketchup on it and eat it like a Big Mac, man. Okay? Spirit symbolic. He consumed it, he ingested it, meditated on it, he understood. Right. This wasn't a 5-piece from Popeyes, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and he said unto me, Son of man, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of an hard language, but unto the house of Israel.
So he basically said, you're sent to a common people. These are your people. You know these people. This is them. All right? Look at that bitch,
We ain't,
man. Proud, man.
we ain't
Hey,
trying to reach out to Moabites. You know, we reaching out to people we were raised around. We know your quote unquote culture.
Right.
We know how you people act and react.
Yeah. We grew up around you, Jakes, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, verse 6, not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee.
Right, so the Lord, like, if I sent you to a bunch of heathen, they would have listened. You see, Jake, they're not in the spirit of listening, they're hard, man. They're hard-headed. Okay, they're rebellious. Especially the niggas that think they know something, man. Them the worst kind. Like, when you go to the East Coast, you go up in that Harlem area, you got every fucking black conscious nigga, every Muslim nigga, every Hebrew Israelite. There's so many religions within the boroughs, bro. Man, bro, you can do a debate from here to Kingdom Come with them niggas, man.
Yeah. That's fueled Sarnetta for like 20 years, man.
Oh, he been out there for a minute, huh?
There's no shortage of doctrines that Jake will make up, man. Jake will make up a doctrine over frequencies, over flat earth, over the celestial bodies in the
Black
Nibiru.
woman died.
Bro, that flat earth shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Black women died.
Hey, Jesus is Nibiru, Planet X.
Yeah, what's that?
You know?
What's that Nigerian religion? Ife?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah, these Oshun niggas, man. The Oshun, Budon, you Santeria nigga. There's a limitless amount of wickedness that Jake comes up with a different philosophy, man.
That's where they be.
You know, as long as it's not the Most High, Jake is gonna be cheerleading it, man.
Well,
You know?
Jake made up all the religions of the world, man.
Yeah.
Jake made that shit up, man.
No.
Verse 7, it says,
That flat earth shit.
it says, but the house
Yeah.
of Israel will not hearken unto thee, and they will not hearken unto me.
Make a lot of sense.
For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted.
See, the Most High gave Ezekiel a warning.
He's got to shine.
Before he even got out to the streets, he told him straight up, Jake's not gonna listen, man. He just told him straight up.
They go into like a
I'm gonna send you out here to speak words to these people. But guess what? These people ain't gonna hear nothing that you saying, man. Because they hard-hearted and impudent. We gotta remember the characteristics of our people, man. They hate anything that pertains to righteousness, man. So you can't be surprised when you don't have Jake coming up to the camp. You can't be surprised when your video's not popping because this specifically does not appeal to the 2/3.
That's right, man. And that's why he said the flock, my pastor, roughly paraphrasing, are you. You know, but this right here is a message that's speaking to the brothers that's out here teaching the word. And this will help you get an understanding so you can have enough patience to deal with you. You should understand how the program operates. They're not going to like the message that you're teaching. It's not going to be popular. You are going to be made fun of. You are going to be ridiculed. They're going to disrespect you. They're going to say you're not up to man. They're going to look at you as bums and all these other things. This is it's supposed to be something, if you're reading this chapter here, to be expected when dealing with our own people. You know, and if it's something that's to be expected, you should know that it shouldn't bring you out of character, man.
Right, and that's why the Most High said, I have made thy forehead hard against their forehead.
Right.
You gotta have a patience for Jake, but once again, you gotta have that rough edge about you to deal with these people, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, if you all soft, niggas will run all over you, man.
Right.
That's right.
You can't be afraid to cuss a nigga out. You can't be afraid to tell a nigga that the Most High gonna kill you, man.
Yep.
That's a requirement for teaching our people.
Right.
Right. And verse 8 says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their forehead. That's why we be cussing niggas out.
Perfect.
Getting right back, matching their energy. But we know how to balance it out to where everything goes smoothly and we can still teach another day. But at the end of the day, man, give them hell, man. Fuck these damn niggas, man. You know?
The Lord gives us that spirit, man, when we're out here to make us hard. You know?
Hey, that's what scripture say, though I be rude in speech and not in knowledge, though I be made thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. So
What's
we're
up,
made,
man?
I know what y'all doing.
So you know, when he says that scripture, it says, one of y'all both might grab it, Baba Shah, thoroughly made manifest among you among all things, man. Being able to speak the way Jake speak, man. And just keeping it real with niggas, man.
It's a precept. This is Titus 3. I'm going to start with verses 9. It says, but avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and striving about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. But a man that is a heretic, after the first and second admonishment, reject. Okay, reject. So after 2 times, maybe 3, if you decide not to get the word, then we just gonna send you up the street, man. Okay? All this going back and forth about this, look, man, we know we got the truth, and we understand we got the truth. We ain't gotta prove we got the truth. It's up to you. You're gonna be convinced, and you're gonna allow the Spirit of the Lord to dwell in you to come to that realization. But just because you don't believe I have or we have the truth, it's not gonna deter me one way or another.
Right.
So you get the fuck out of here with that shit, man.
Right.
You know, back in the day, we argue all days up. And look, man, we got bring out a couple precepts to make the point. If you don't like it, walk up the street, man. We're not gonna argue with you people, man.
Right.
All right, we're gonna let the Lord do the arguing by destroying your ass. And it says here, knowing that he is such is subverted and sinned, being condemned of himself, man. Okay? So, hey, the hell with them. They want to get it, let them get it. If not, then go down the damn street, man. Oh, well, we got the truth. But look, man, the word gonna speak for itself.
Right.
Okay? Because if we didn't believe we had the truth, we wouldn't be out here. Okay?
The scriptures speak about nobody can draw them in unless the Father's drawing them. You know? So all of that extra shit you think you're doing, it's not having the impact you think it is. Because the Lord's gonna decide if the elect hears that word and that sees me, man.
Nah, see Jake, they want the good crowd, they want the views, they want the people to say, oh damn, that makes sense. Yeah, they want the fucking glory, man.
Yeah.
The prophets didn't get glory.
Right.
When the prophets spoke the truth, people wanted to kill them.
Yeah. They want credit for
Yeah,
saving souls, man.
Yeah. Now you're gonna get guys that come by, they're gonna agree with you. They may agree with certain points, but overall, if they're not agreeing with the 100% gospel, then what good is the point they agree in, man?
Yeah.
Because it's still confusion. Yeah, you may think the white man is the devil. You may think that America's gonna be destroyed, but do you think the name of the Most High? What is the name of the Lord? Who is his people according to the Bible? What's the understanding according to the scriptures? And that's when the question marks start to come. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Right. You saw that actually in the account with Gideon when the Lord chose those 300 men and not 10,000.
Yeah.
He said, I don't need 10,000 unless they think they won by their own
They don't
hands.
have, right.
You know? So that tells you how the Lord get down, man. You not to take no glory from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah, man. That's the mentality a lot of these camps are missing, man. They're looking to be exalted, feel important. They want to get some type of support. They want to get the love from people, man. They want someone to come over to pat them on the back. Yeah, you're right. Pick them up, call their name. Yeah. Hey, if you're a true spirit of the Lord, man, fuck all that shit, man.
Stay up, man.
All right, brother. Right.
You know, so you ain't supposed to want none of that. The only person we looking for that from is from Yahweh Shai or Yahweh himself, man.
Like,
And the angels.
like
That's it.
Like, oh, he just bigged us up. All right, cool. Keep it pushing. You dig that, then you would be doing it. what I'm saying? We don't, your fair speeches and your compliments, that shit don't flatter us up here, man. We don't give a shit about all that flattery. I dig that. Okay, you can dig it all you want. Who the fuck? Dig it.
Yeah, that's all day, every day. Niggas honk their horn, fist pump, you know, act like they support, and they think that they're gonna give them, that's gonna give them brownie points from getting delivered. We don't give a fuck about none of that, man. You ain't doing the real work. You ain't sincere. You ain't out here studying. You ain't in the gym with us, man. Hey, get on, man.
You ain't shooting with me in the gym.
Verses 9, it says, Ezekiel 3:9, as an adamant harder than flint hath I made thy forehead. Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks. So you ain't supposed to be discouraged at how they look down upon you.
Right.
And the lack of support that you get from these people in the world. Fuck all these people, man. Fuck everybody in Kansas City if they ain't with the truth.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Because the Most High, he gotta perfect that disdain against the 2/3 in you, man. That's why you have a situation where you got nigga neighbors that just leave you vexed.
Yeah.
That's why you have a situation where Keisha be pissing you off, man.
Well, I went to the meeting yesterday at work. You know, we were meeting on Fridays. My spirit just instantly just dropped when I went in that place, man. It was like, man, when you look at everybody that's in there, and it takes energy to be around certain people, bro. I'm just looking at this place. I said, man, this shit ain't right, bro.
Right.
The crazy part about it is most of them are straight jakes, man.
Yeah.
You got it, man. You got.
Reading the scripture alone should grow a disdain for your people on how they told Caesar we have no king but Caesar, on how they disrespected Yahushua.
Yep.
They say that if you are the true son of the Most High, get yourself off the cross.
Yeah.
Nigga, and then them niggas even said let their blood be upon us and our children. So having a good understanding of the scripture, you should have a disdain for your people for that. But then, as we say, it's one thing to read the scripture, it's another thing to live it out.
Yeah.
It's another thing for you to be offended by Jake and know how that is, man.
Yeah. Jake did that shit twice in a row too, man. One with the Greeks and then with the Romans, man. Just completely sold out, man. You know? That's how we know that a lot of you niggas are back today in these different camps, making covenants with Esau, man. Hoping that he's gonna spare you in the day of evil, but he's not gonna spare y'all niggas, man.
Right.
It's not in him. The Lord didn't program this nigga to have remorse or to see the error of his ways,
Right.
or to be reasonable, or any of that shit, man.
That's right. That's why, unlike other camps, we not here for all black people.
Yeah. Fuck black people, man.
We ain't here for no fucking black people. Who on a goddamn sign here is black, man? We're here for the Hebrew Israelites, man. You want to be black, then walk your black ass up down the street, man.
Black man.
Black man.
Esau is really the spiritual black man. You know?
Go ahead,
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things.
Oh yeah, we cuss. Okay, yeah, we cuss, we come at you. Like Paul said, through plans of speech, man.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, we cuss. We say certain things that people don't like, but he says we've been thoroughly. What's the definition of being thorough?
Yeah, being all the way to 100%.
Right. Thorough, man. Very exorbitant on what we speak, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, we may curse you out, but we have to understand this knowledge, man. Okay, we may say, fuck you, you a nigga, but at the same time, man, we can teach you the name of the Lord, teach you breakdowns, we teach you how to apply yourself into the scriptures, man. And the list goes on. So the benefits outweigh the cursing.
Right.
Because some niggas that hear the word, they'll be feeling this until you. I heard it before. I was feeling everything you said until you started cussing.
Right.
Remember that 1-2 nigga we was dealing with down in Westport years ago, and then you had the fat nigga that used to scoff. He used to do a bit on the
Yeah, with the little fruity.
yeah, man. He used to ride by and all that shit. And then we was dealing with the old Jake. He said, "Oh, Percy." He said, "You're Percy."
Yeah, then we started saying, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
And he was like, he acted all over.
You was
Yeah.
cursing.
Yeah, we cuss up
Right.
here, man.
See, they get mad at that, but it says right here, it says, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. That's Jake's way of saying, where's the lie? I know I use rough words, but did I lie? Where's the lie? Or am I telling you the truth?
Yeah,
You see? That's what Paul is saying. Y'all
Yes.
ignore the truth. Y'all get caught up on the choice of words, our tone. You know,
Yes.
when the tone is there for a reason,
Yeah.
but you miss that because you don't even hear the words that are being said, man.
Because Jake has been so raised up on these smooth sayings and these smooth speeches.
Yeah,
They so used to going to Reverend Porkchop and Sister Elder Deacon Mabel
yeah,
preaching the Bible, but when they hear the true words, they can't receive it.
right.
Well,
And they,
that's profanity right there.
Mhm.
That's profane. You listening to these, just this nigga tell you, oh, a bad word is an abomination to who they call God, but yet, nigga, you sleeping with the deacon wife.
Right.
Right.
And then the nigga still go to his church though, man.
don't pay his tithes.
Yeah.
Right. And it says, "With they made thoroughly made manifest among you in all things, man, in all manners of way that men teach, were made manifest in that way." You know, we have certain times that we might not be as rough. We might be just cool, you know, relaxed day of prophesying. We not be on roused up till we gotta cuss niggas out. It may just be a regular ass day. You know, we might not even be using a whole lot of rude language per se. So this way we may manifest you in that way. We may manifest you and cussing you out. We may manifest to you on how you be speaking with your own family members in your own private home. Because keep it real, man. Y'all niggas ain't home just avoiding every single quote unquote cuss word when you're in your own crib.
Right.
Especially if you got a home full of kids, man.
Right.
I know for a fact you don't cuss them little niggas out.
Uh-huh.
You
You
know?
know, Jacob try to hold you to a different standard
Right.
just because you telling them something you don't want to hear.
Right.
You know.
know
But
you
what
talk
about
to
y'all?
yourself.
What y'all doing? You know.
Wait, how cursed out the 12 all the time, man.
Right.
He called Peter Satan. He called him Sim. Hey, the Lord cursed out, man. He cursed out Jake all the time, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord told him, I think that's in maybe in John the 8th chapter. He said, and look, I'm from above and you from beneath, man. And he said, my word have no dealing in you, man. That's like saying, look, fuck you. You ain't got no business even listening. What are you here for? John cursed out Jake. He said, man, you vipers,
Yeah.
who warned you to flee the wrath to come?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's like saying, what the fuck are you even doing here, man? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing here? You have no
Yeah.
business here.
Right.
Yep.
He said, how can you escape the damnation of hell? They told them niggas to go to hell.
Right. Yeah, he being sarcastic with him, he said bring forth fruits meet for repentance because he knew you were rebellious niggas that were not
Y'all
gonna
ain't
repent. You know?
Y'all ain't it.
That's why he went out in the wilderness. He got built up in the spirit, man, and just started going in. And the people still came out there and flocked to hear him speak, man.
Yep.
You know? Because you people, you camps who is basically the new version of these people today. You guys are in the wrong ass spirit, man. You're making covenants with Esau. You're trying to trip us up with the law and things of that nature. This is the same shit happening all over again, man. You know?
That's right. Well, that just shows you that even in carnality, outside of the truth, Jake can't handle a straightforward message.
Right.
Kevin Samuels was giving Keisha the keys on how to be a wife. But they so focused on his delivery, on how he quote unquote insulting the women.
Uh-huh.
But he telling you if you don't get your shit together, you gonna buy a dog and die alone, bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the warning. Because, hey, that's a true statement. Most women got dogs.
Yeah.
Because they can't find nobody like this little fucking broad I work with. So, you know, when we got what they call canvassing, which means you got to go out and explain shit to people. So we out there in the field, and then I'm looking, I'm like, so how you like it so far? I'm like, you shy? She say, yeah, I'm shy. I say, I bet your ass ain't shy on Snapchat, are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said, what are you saying? I was like, okay, for one thing, this job requires you to talk to people. So I'm like, so let's just say if a guy, she was like, well, I was talking to this one guy, but he was weird. He was trying to get my number. I said, well, what if he likes you? She said, yeah, it's weird. I said, so, okay, according to you, that's weird, but how was he supposed to get your attention if he wants to talk to you? She couldn't answer the fucking question.
Right.
And then she was like, well, I do have a dog, you know, X, Y, and Z, and I live alone. I'm like, prime example. Exactly. You got a dog, you don't allow alone.
Yeah.
Because you don't have no fucking, well, you have no interpersonal skills, have no people skills, okay? And at the same time, somebody come up and try to talk to you, you shun them away because you don't know how to articulate it back.
Yes.
So therefore, you just all fucked up, man.
Yeah. These women really don't care, bro. They don't care how difficult it is to stay There's no convincing these women, bro.
Because they're so fucking wrapped up in this goddamn fake ass world. They so wrapped up in the rap culture, the R&B culture. They so wrapped up in the social media culture. They feel like a prince supposed to fall out the sky and just be everything till they like it.
It's too many sips around, man.
Yeah.
Once you get a real straightforward man, oh no, this nigga too much. This nigga too rough.
Yeah.
Well, bitch, your daddy was the same way.
But see, wait a minute. This is the thing too, though. Like, okay, let's just say if you did say the right things to her.
Right.
If you don't have the look in her mind that she fantasizes about according to what she sees on TV, you can say all the right things. It still won't be good enough.
Right.
Because you don't have that look to you.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta look like give me one. You gotta look like fucking Dylan off 90210.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
Evans, Tom Holland.
Yeah, the blue eyes, the fucking
look like Tom Holland.
yeah, the fucking cotton weary hair, the smooth face. You gotta have a fucking Captain American look to make the words go with, just so these women can fucking okay.
Right.
Fuck out of here, man.
And it also boils down to a resentment from male authority.
Yeah.
A lot of these women got daddy problems. A lot of these women, they never had a really real solid man figure in their life. Because even if the bitch did have a quote unquote father, he wasn't a real man.
Right.
He was a simp to begin with. So let you come through with that real manly energy. Oh, that's a foreign concept to them.
Right.
Well, guess what, man? A lot of y'all is gonna need guidance. A lot of y'all is gonna need a man of the Lord to be a real father figure.
You know what? I'm gonna be glad on saying next.
And you gotta
Next.
you gotta remember, man, because psychology brought this out. When you were competing with these women, man, they're not just comparing you to the last guys. Women build an avatar in their head.
Yeah.
If they've been with 10 men, they're taking the best characteristics from all 10 of those men and making a super nigga in their head, man. And they're making you gotta live up to it. The nigga don't exist,
Go
man.
into that. Break that down, man.
Super nigga don't exist, man. Like the nigga Carlos Miller did the skit on that, man.
Super
He was
nigga.
breaking it down, man. 'Cause they dated one nigga that was good at poetry, but he wasn't good in the bedroom. They got one nigga with a big rod, but he's scary. He got
Dumb
one
as hell.
nigga, and all of these niggas, they like, oh yeah, I can just get a little bit of this and get, bro. That's why the more bodies a woman has, the more hopeless that situation is, man. Like you gotta put a prayer to the Lord, man. Because these women's minds are gone. That's why it's getting more and more difficult, man. It's not just that women are getting more proud. It's that psychology is compounding on them, man. They're not wired to just go around and choose their own mate like this. All they gonna do is find the tallest nigga that look like he got the most influence.
Yeah, with a sleeve.
But the nigga don't care about him at all. Nigga ain't even have a job.
A sleeve and a fucking Hellcat.
Right.
Well, this is the book of Sirach 36, and I'm gonna start at verses 21. It says, "A woman will receive every man, yet is one daughter better than another." Okay, so she's gonna. That's why women, they like the brother said, they don't have the power to choose proper partners, man. This is why they create a mick nigga in their head, man.
Right.
You're literally being compared to a metaverse, a shit that don't exist.
Right.
The perfect man. You ask any woman what the perfect man is, each and every last one of them hoes gonna give you a different answer.
Yeah, you have a phrase in this society called spoiled for choice. Now, if you go on the average woman's phone and see how many messages she will get on a regular basis, it's ridiculous, man. Even restaurants will tell you, man, you don't want to put too many items on the menu.
Right.
Because you'll actually cut down into your profits. The more simpler the menu, the better.
Yep.
Even though it seems counterintuitive, like, oh, I'm not offering as many, food ingredients, but it's counterintuitive, man. Because when you have too many options, you get overwhelmed, and demons jump on. That's women, bro. Imagine being a woman in America on Instagram. You could be a 5 and just get thousands and thousands of men, man. That's why when you beat these women, brothers, don't take it personally. Just lower your expectations, man, and stay focused on the truth.
Yeah.
If the Lord give you a good woman, then hey, call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
So even if you got a quote-unquote good woman, you still have low expectations, man.
Yeah.
Because she's only a good woman until it's time to not be a good woman.
Right, God.
Ain't no good women in this society, man.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
You sisters out there that's in the truth, you may be the cook. Look, even you got your problems and your flaws, man. Even you susceptible to getting demons. I've heard stories, man.
Right.
Women in the truth, they feel like that they're exception to the rule, that they man can't go get another fucking woman.
Right.
You got women in the truth that think like that. That ain't no good woman, man.
Right.
You know, I was just thinking about the other day. I'm like, this shit ain't right. I'm like, I'm cleaning my own crib. I'm doing my own fucking laundry. I'm cutting my own vegetables up. I'm juicing my own fruits. I'm trying to make all this shit happen in a 6-hour fucking time frame, and I gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot.
But you know what, brother? Our standards have actually kind of dropped because there's basically just no women.
Yeah.
Like right now, if you find a woman with a body count of 3, you'd be like, oh, that's good. But in the ancient world, you'd be like, what the fuck? 3?
What do you want to do with it?
Fuck, you a whore. 3? But see, now it's like, because all of the quality of everything is just degraded, man.
Yep.
Now you happy to find a bitch to cook for you twice a week, man.
Twice, if.
You know,
That's a delicacy.
in general, yeah.
Boil hot water.
And then if you want that, the catch is, well, you know, you gotta move in with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do that.
And when in the ancient world, they're like, what are you talking about? You have no purpose if you ain't gonna do it up the household. You know what I'm saying?
Sirach. You got something?
Not good, bro.
Sirach 42 verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. So, you know, if you were truly a man and you had a daughter, you would understand why T.I. was having his daughter checked out, man.
Yeah.
You would understand why he was making sure that you know, the shit ain't broken. You know what I'm saying, man?
Right,
Make sure she was still a virgin. But you got these simp ass niggas, you pieces out here. Oh, that's just wrong. That you going? That's her body. Well, guess what? A man's daughter is his property, man.
That's right.
Whether y'all believe it or not.
Yeah, that ain't her body. It belongs to her father.
To say the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, right? You up late at night checking on her. You know, Jake be checking the fucking ring camera. Why? Because when you get to that age, 14, 15, 16, you get hot and bothered, man.
Yeah.
Bitches be sneaking out, sucking dick, sneaking out, fucking niggas in the car. Hey, I know, because I was 16.
Right.
I was picking shorties up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Yep. God. And that's why the scriptures say when back in that Deuteronomy 22, man. You might find a young woman that's just turned up, man, and then that one thing
Turned
leads
up.
to another,
Turned
and then you know Jake just ended up taking it, man,
same-
and he may not have gone through the father, you know, that those scenarios happen,
Right.
where the father wasn't present, he just heated up, and you know Jake took it,
Yeah.
and you know, and that's what the law is breaking down, but y'all get fucking emotional about it,
Yeah.
like father don't care for his dog, man,
Right.
No,
and,
man,
And
it's
then
just the
another
law.
thing too, you can't be all overly protected. Talking about, oh, she can't marry till she's 35. She can't have a boyfriend till she's 21.
Yeah.
She burning.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Those hormones is burning.
right,
So what a righteous man would do, you would go to a family who has good morals, good values, raise their son up the right way. You say, you know what? I think we should put them together, man.
yeah, gone,
That don't go down no more.
yeah, not no more.
It say, the father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth, and the care for her taketh away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she be hated. In her virginity, lest she should be defiled, and have gotten with child in her father's house, and having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself. When she don't have a husband, she misbehaves herself, man. No, one thing you don't want to give a woman, especially after they got popped by her virginity, is different dick, different consistent dick.
Right.
Now it's gone, bro. This up here is gone.
Yeah, that's a mix of chemicals, man. That don't mix. That's like a petri dish. It's like if you put fucking acid on hot water, bro, it's gonna sizzle. She's all messed up, man, because her shit get scrambled up there.
Yep.
That's why a lot of them can't pair bond. They don't really believe that, but you know, a woman feel like because she loves you or have emotions towards you, that's pair bonding. No, that ain't what pair bonding mean, man. You could develop attachment to anybody if you around them long enough, but no, pair bonding goes to the fact that you have like that connection, that bond that you know this man, and that it ain't shit. You're basically a part of it, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Meaning that ain't nothing gonna make you detour from that. Like if you get a cat from birth, and the cat is so programmed to you to the point you open the front door, the cat won't go out of the house because they know, like, nah, I can't go out there. I'm not used to that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when you pair bonded with a woman, she's supposed to have that same mindset, that same sentiment, man. You You know what I'm saying? I know what he likes. I knows what he does. I like this. He does this, and that. But she's supposed to abide by it, man. You know what I'm saying? That way you would never lose that chemical attraction to it.
Yeah.
But a woman that's been with several men, y'all may be together 20 years, and then after a while, you go like, man, fuck this shit. This shit is old. It's tiring, man. You know what I'm saying? They already proved that men being tied down with one woman for 30, 40 years, that shit have men down early. That's why them 50, 60-year-old marriages, who be the first to go? The fucking men. Good God.
You know? Gotta let them have a variety, keep them jumping.
Yeah, and they think they say that, and they feel like when we say that, we just want to fuck a bunch of bitches. No, it's deeper than that, man.
Right.
Okay? It's deeper than that. And even if Jake did, so fucking what?
Yeah, man gonna do it anyway, man.
Yeah.
Like my grandpa, he was on that shit, man. My grandpa was a married man, but guess what? He was fucking my grandma on the side and had my mom.
Yeah.
Now they would consider my mom a bastard, but that's not true. Hey, my grandpa, you know, according to scriptures, he had the liberty to do things like that, and he shouldn't have to hide it, man.
Shouldn't.
Right.
But you know what? That's a different story. This is Sirach 42 verse 11. It says, "Keep sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies." How do you think Megan Thee Stallion's father feels? How do you think Cardi B's father feel, man? How do you think Nicki Minaj's father feel? Ice Spice, Lotto, all these different women that get promoted for shaking their ass. Yeah, you know, when you get their fathers on camera, they're like, yeah, I'm so proud of my daughter and her musical talent. But behind closed doors, I bet you that he fucking hates that bitch, man.
Yeah. Real.
That's a shame, man. Women on there shaking ass for views, shaking ass for money. You know, sucking off the white man for record deals, man.
Yeah.
Damn shame. All these, and even because we talking superstars, all you OnlyFans bitches, man.
Right.
If your father found out you have an OnlyFans,
Right. And I found out a lot of you bitches not even making money on that, man. You can spread your booty hole on the internet because you done made $450 in the last 6 months. For what, man? You chasing these people that in the top 1%. See, they selling y'all this, man. Running that OnlyFans is difficult, man. That's a whole business. Your ass at Burger King talking about you gonna get a bag. No.
Flipping Whoppers, talking about have it your way.
That's why these women are fucking gone in their head, man.
Yeah, they try to curve you, bro. And this bitch is a door greeter with 20-inch nails on,
Right.
50-inch weed.
talking about can I take your order?
No, I got an OnlyFans. Oh, because you notice all these bitches, they try to have that Kardashian look. Notice that?
Yeah.
That's a straight demon, man.
Fuck these bitches, man.
Hey, Sirach 36, and I'm gonna start at verses 24. It says, "He that getteth the wife, begetteth the possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest." Okay, that's a wife, servant, a woman. Okay, in the ancient world, we had women, we had wives. We didn't have no fucking, we had no, we have no partners, man. This is not no this is not no fucking partnership.
Yeah.
Okay, we are not going 50-50. This is not no fucking partnership. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna treat it as such. I'd rather be single before I sit up here and have to live this way, bro.
Yeah.
It just when you understand the truth, you don't want to go back into that old way of life, bro.
Yeah.
Just to be with somebody. It ain't that deep to it. Ain't that deep.
Yeah.
I look at all the time I've wasted trying to be with women, bro, and it wasn't even worth it, bro. It's like, okay.
Right. King Solomon said it, man.
Yeah,
He spoke
like-
about all of the vanities,
Yeah.
right? All of the women that he had, man.
It's
He
like
said, all
it's
this shit is
stupid.
fucking vain.
It's
man.
vain, it's dumb, bro. It's just like, okay, it's the same shit. Now, we ain't knocking you. You got a wife, you know, it's a beautiful thing you got a woman. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
But the mindset, bro, they're in the mindset of Babylon.
Right.
That's what makes it so vexing. Because they're not truly after your heart or your spirit. They're after the ways of the world, and they want to conform you to the world.
Right.
That's why she constantly bulls, constantly picks at you.
Yeah.
Because the average woman's job is to get you out of the truth, man.
Right.
So she can say, okay, I got him, I conquered him. Satan.
Right.
See?
Right.
And it says here, "He that getteth the wife, getteth the possession, and a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. But where no hedge is, there the possession is spoil." Okay, the hedge is protection.
Right.
That's why T.I. was putting a hedge around his daughter, but them black women was shunning him for that, man.
Right.
That's our body. Wait a minute, you trying to bring shame to this man's house because you people all washed up?
Right. Because the white man said something.
Yeah,
Right.
because you washed up now. You got about 4 different babies by a nigga named Tyrone. 4 different niggas named Tyrone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's saying you want this young one lady to ruin her life because you went out there and you played the whore.
Right.
Horrible advice, man.
Yeah. And that's why most of you women, you're not wives. And that's why there are no husbands there.
Yeah.
And that lack of a hedge means you raise a bunch of little niggas, man. Because when you don't have a hedge, your kids basically get spoiled, man.
Well, look, Apostle Tahar said it. Amos 7:17. He said, look, man, 95% of the women go both ways, man.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, all you brothers, women out there, okay, at some point in fashion, they've dealt with another woman that had thoughts about it, man.
Right.
Okay, I'm guarantee you that. I'm not saying they thinking that now,
Yeah.
but I guarantee you, each woman you ever dealt with went both ways or thought about it, man.
Right.
Had a girls' night.
Yeah.
Right. They did this. They did the study about women, man. About when they track their eye movement of arousal and thing that turn them on, and most men they get turned on by the male on female interaction. But when they looked at the women, man, women were turned on by women on women. They showed them pictures of monkeys, animals. Women were turned on by everything, man. They literally had no filter on what turned a woman on, and it makes sense. Because when you just unleash all of these women, all of this sexual deviancy just ramped up, man. It's not just whoredom. It's bestiality's up, pedophilia's up.
Yep.
Everything's up, man.
Bro, I experienced it, man. Look, and this is a long time ago, man. I had a menage with a Gadite chick and with an Edomite chick, man. And out of that whole little finagle, before I was even really getting accustomed to it, you know what I'm saying, and really getting into the zone, them bitches were dealing with each other more, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, it ain't really no need for me to be here. Shit,
Right, right.
It seem like they having a good goddamn time. And that's how it is, man.
Right.
And that's why the Most High gonna fuck you bitches up. That's why, hey, Jacob's trouble come, hey, y'all gonna have a hell of pain.
Yeah.
That's what it say. Most High gave them up to reprobate mind. Even their women change that which is against nature.
Yup. Hold on, it's a little bit more. And it says here, and he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. We're in a state of mourning because we don't have wives, man.
Right.
You may have a woman. You may have a woman at the crib. You may do things with her. She may cook for you, but it's not a wife, brother.
Yes.
Okay, it's not that
Yes.
concept of the scriptures. Now, you may call her your wife
Yes.
because that's your woman. You deal with her. Beautiful. But she's not
Right.
scripture material. She's not that authenticity that we need, man.
Right.
Yes.
We're
That's perfect.
Yeah, we're designed to have wives, brother.
Yeah.
Somebody that's gonna make our lives easier, not somebody that's gonna add on to the fucking frustration.
Right.
Add
Right.
on to the vexation.
Right.
Add on to the debt, man.
Because when you just got a woman, okay, yeah, you can get some pussy, whatever. But in your spirit, you just like, this is not enough, man.
Yeah.
Because that bro saying, man, we gotta vacuum the crib, dishes, cook, laundry.
Yeah.
And in your mind, you're like, man, I need a woman. I need a wife for this.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like yeah, you can get Shorty to slide through and top you off real quick, but other than that, she ain't doing that.
Right. And most of these, really the word wife is really an office that a woman holds of a servant, you know, because you have another role that's called a concubine, and they're not on the same level. They both do the certain different things, but not every female is a wife, man. A wife is a duty associated with it that a woman takes a part of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's bigger than you than just having some man that you're in love with. Like, no, man, you have responsibilities. You bear kids.
Yes.
You gotta rear the kids. You gotta do your best to keep the family together,
Yep.
provide emotional support instead of tearing them down.
Yep.
You know, maybe you help join two families together. There was a whole science and art to this thing, man, of being a wife.
Yes.
Not a bitch that spread their legs so they get their fucking rent paid, man.
Right, because they supposed to be nurturers, man.
Yeah.
Because the scriptures go into a woman that will not comfort her husband.
Yeah.
It sometimes it's just deeper than box, man.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you need a woman to give you them soft words. Oh, it's gonna be okay. I'm proud of you. You know, however they do. I don't know, cause I don't know.
Right.
But if you had a woman that did that, you feel something inside, man.
I've had women that told me they were proud of me and complimented me on shit, but it still didn't amount to anything because, I mean, they still turn some demons at the end of the day.
Right.
You know,
I mean, I've had that. Hey, I'm proud of you. Good job. But at the same time, there's a catch with that.
Yeah.
Because, like, woman, the catch is, well, if you move in with her, right? Well, I could be everything you want. See, the thing is, women want to prove that they can be everything that you ever would need. You would never need nothing else. That's impossible for you to do. It's impossible because I guarantee you, when we put the responsibility on you of being a wife, you're gonna jump ship, man. You're like, nah, this is too much. I would do that just to prove that you ain't enough. And it ain't as far as looking down on her. You know what I'm saying? When you tell a woman, well, that's not enough, she think that, oh, it's some derogatory, like, oh, you looking down. No, it's not that. Right. It's not the fact we looking down on you. We're just telling you that it's a little deeper than what you perceive.
Right. It's more complex.
Yeah, and all you had to be trained to be a wife, man.
Right.
When women was born into the world and they was coming up in their young years, they were basically skilled in the art. They were taught how to be servants.
Yeah.
So when she's promised off to a man, whatever it was 12, 13, 14, 15, she would already have an understanding on what this man would do, how it would be, what she's supposed to do, what he like, his favorite meals, where he like his back rub at. And if the burden was too hard on you, then you go get you a sister wife. Then you take the burden. The whole concept of having a sister wife is to fucking take all the burden off you.
Right.
Cause what if you come off your rag? Yeah, what if you come up on your rag? Then what? This man frustrated, hard day at work. He wants to get some sex. You on your rag. So now he got to sit back.
My hand hurt.
You know, he got to sit back and wait on you to get off your period just so he can get some sex again. You see how selfish they think? But in their mindset, oh, he's fucking another bitch that look better than me because they're insecure.
Right.
But blame Esau for that, man. He called you to be that insecure. Don't blame the fucking man. Don't hate us because the way we were created. You know?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse 3. It says, and if the latter husband hate her and write her a bill of divorcement and giveth it in her hand and sendeth her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, or former husband which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that, she is defiled.
Right, because Jake was passing women back then, man. Right. Technically, I was trying to say it. If you put away from your husband, you either be marry your husband or you don't marry at all. Moses wrote that because niggas were wicked. You know what I'm saying? They was gonna do it any goddamn way.
Right. When you really think about it, you know how Jake gets down. Jake can plan adultery and already had a letter written out for divorce. You know what I'm saying? That's how Jake thinks, man. They were doing that in the days of Amos. They were all going to be sacrificed. Jake was wicked, man. You get a law like, oh, you could technically write a bill of divorce. Jake will take that and go, oh, okay, I'm gonna just pop her. I'm gonna go pop her, go get her back again. Like no, she's been with another man. You know?
That's why the scripture said the land greatly polluted.
Yeah.
It says, but that is abomination before Yahweh.
Yeah.
And thou shalt not cause the land to sin which Yahweh, that God giveth thee for inheritance. You know, so that's what you women can't fucking seem to understand or get. You think that you can go play the field again after it don't work out with one man, and that be the man that was a good man, and you let me go fuck around and think you can come back to him later when you're done on your whole days.
When they learn that shit
Back to the streets.
Yep. So you're not supposed to, you're defiled. You know, a man, according to the law, he can't fuck you again after you done been fucked all these years, man. There's too many spirits, man. And brothers done learn this in the world. I learned that in the world, man, before the truth. Fuck a bitch, you know, didn't work out. A couple years later, fucked her again after she been with other men. It didn't feel the same, man. It's an extreme disconnect. That spirit is not, even though she wasn't a virgin when I dealt with her. You know, but since I was the one that dealt with her after the fact, that spirit has been broken.
Yeah.
That was in her. She now belongs to the spirit of all those other men. So she's not gonna feel like she belongs to you no more. You'll never love her no more the same way. It's like a golden. If you take a rope that's like illuminating, and imagine it connects you to and it's been cut.
Yep.
You can't just stitch that shit back together. You can stitch it, but it won't glow no more.
Right.
It'll be damaged. It won't have the same strength as it once had.
You would know the spirit. Like if you just all of a sudden just stop having feelings and emotions, subconsciously you know because she's been popped by another dude, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I call, I'm like, why am I falling out of a situation with her? I'm like, the spirit like, cause she ain't clean.
Right. You gotta get out of here.
We gonna get off these women too, man. I ain't wanna talk about that.
Yeah.
it's like I said, man, they really not working. Just lower your expectations and focus on the truth, man. You know, the Apostle Paul just warned us about women. He said, if you got a woman, be it like you don't have a wife, man. If you don't have one, that's probably better for the ministry. Not that you can't get a woman, you know, but just know that when you get a woman, it's going to be more headache. You got to count the cost of how that's going to impact your walk, man.
So you have trouble in the flesh.
Yeah.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for her delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
That's scripture describe women in the ancient world as tender and delicate.
Yeah.
How many of these roughneck bitch sound like mystical?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bitch sound like mystical, smoking Black and Milds, taking shots of Hennessy, and she wearing Jordans.
Yeah.
How was that tender and delicate?
On the game.
Yeah. What's up, fam?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Doc.
It says, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for one of all things.
Toward her young ones, man. Because a child at a certain age, as we said, the women had a gift of nurturing. Now, we all can understand if a child is out of place, you got to chastise them and get on their ass. But, hey, man, just be honest. The nigga woman be doing extra, man.
Yeah.
You going in Walmart, you motherfucker, nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that tough rah-rah shit. Like, the nigga's 4 years old, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro, it's even more insidious than that. Because a lot of times you don't realize it when you're a kid, but when you get older, you're like, man, my mother was like poisoning me against my father. She was like dropping little hints and subtly, you know. It's not just the, you just like the, you know. But that she'll have you thinking some type of way against your father.
Yep.
Not realizing that destroys you, man.
Yep.
A young man needs a structure and integrity and an example of integrity in his life, man.
Right.
Otherwise, he's just gonna go whatever's the fastest route, selling dope, whatever it is. He's gonna take the fastest route, man.
Yeah, it ain't some fucking bitch laid up on a couch depressed because I'm boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's right. And I'm gonna say too, you know, eye evil towards our children. You know, a man's seed is gonna be, no matter what, that child is gonna be born exactly how that father is. His spirit's gonna take on fully of his father. You don't take on the spirit too much of your mother. You get some physical attributes, You might get a little bit of behaviors as far as, you know, just things you learn from the way she does. But the way you think, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you speak, it comes from your father, man. But that's where your heritage comes from.
Yeah.
Even the traits of the tribes, they all have their own specific ways. You know, so when that mother, it breaks off with that man, she has so much hatred and evilness and bitterness towards him because it didn't work out with him. Hey, well, that's because that child has on his spirit. Everything about that child is going to begin to remind her of that man.
Right.
So she begins to mistreat that child. She begins to, you ain't shit, this and that. You know, if it ain't the same child that she's with, that she has shared with the man that she's currently with, the rest of the kids, they're about to get put to the side.
That's that confusion.
Because that's another man's spirit that is no longer vibing with her spirit because she's not one flesh with that man anymore.
Yep. That's from
So
that.
every attribute of that child is just gonna piss her off.
Right. That's that boys in the hood. Doughboy and Ricky, man, they got treated two separate ways because they had two different fathers, man.
Nigga broke that shit down. He said, they got different daddies.
And even the kids, man, the kids amongst themselves, even myself, man, my fucking half brother, man, I used to beat the shit out of that nigga all the time growing up, man. Couldn't stand him, man. And he grew up to be a fucking faggot. You know, fingernails, painting and shit, you know, putting on fucking mermaid costumes, acting in plays and shows, you know. You know, the children don't vibe with each other if they don't share the same vibe.
Me and my brother and sister to this day, we ain't close, man. We ain't close at all. Me and my brother and my sister grew up close, but they never liked me, and I never liked them. You know what I'm saying? I just fed in, I had to be there. I didn't give a fuck about him. My little bro, I couldn't stand that nigga, bro.
Right.
When I realized when he came out and he was a cry baby, I couldn't stand him. I was like, I didn't like him. I used to fuck with him every day. One time I slapped the shit out of his ass, bro. Ever since that day,
What's up, bro?
Ever since that day court, I was always treated like a stepchild, bro.
That's how it is, though, man. But when you come around your full blood siblings and you share the same father, it's a different energy that can be felt.
Yeah.
Kindred spirits. You feel that family, difference. Instead of being around half siblings.
Me and my older brother on my father's side, even though we didn't grow up around each other like that, me and him got a closer bonding than me and my siblings in my house had, man. You know? And like you went back to Kindred Spirits, my little daughter, bro, she's into gymnastics. You know why? Because I was into that shit. You just picked up on it. Naturally, bro, like naturally. Show you that the seed is of the father, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I saw a video of my daughter, right? My stupid ass baby mama, she showed like a video of her, because she got twins by some other nigga, little girl, little funny looking boys. And she was like, how my 6-year-olds greet me when I come home, they all jumping on this shit. And she put the video on my daughter. My daughter was in the room on the phone, and she looked at her and frowned up at her like, get the fuck away from me, man. Because my daughter know in the spirit her mama ain't fucking right, man. You know? What the fuck you got the camera on me for, man? Yep, go ahead.
Sirach 30 verse 1. He that loveth his son, causing him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. Because when you discipline your child, you're supposed to do it with a purpose, man.
Yeah.
The black woman, she does it just to feel like she's empowered, just to get her rocks off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we were some knuckleheads growing up, so part of the things that we did, it was warranted, but some things get taken overboard, man. But say, he that loveth his son, causing him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. He that chastising his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Hey, like Boys in the Hood, prime example. Furious, which is played by Lawrence Fishburne, he told his son, he said, I know you think I'm being hard on you, Trey, but he said, you're gonna watch how your friends gonna grow up and watch how they're gonna turn out.
Yeah.
Trey went to school, got a college degree, and was an upstanding citizen. Furious was giving him the game as a kid, like, look, this is such and such, such and such. Versus Brenda, her sons and his friends, straight niggas, all of them died, went to jail. Even the so-called good son got
They say he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Now, what do you teach them to grieve the enemy? You teach them righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Teach them how to conduct himself in the world, how to deal amongst his own people and deal amongst enemies.
I shave your face and go put on a suit and tie.
Yeah. For those, I don't know if y'all brothers know, this dude Finesse 2 times, he be having his son around him all the time. This little nigga, he like 10 years old, bro. All he do is be around hood nigga activities. He be having the nigga shoot dice, having the nigga wear J's, count money, you know what I'm saying, wear chains and shit. Esau's not grieved at a nigga like that.
Right. You're like, well, he applauding you niggas. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think dude named it Little Hood or something. And that's 2 times he be having his little son, and fuck that dude.
In another year, that nigga gonna be having fucking extended clips on him.
Yeah, kinda.
He gonna be dead.
Yeah, that's why a lot of these mass killings be 15, 16, 17-year-old young men.
Oh,
Man, that's the spirit of the little nigga that's 14-year-old. His report came out. He got killed and put to death.
Yeah.
14-year-old rapper.
Chicago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the age you really should be learning to fight when you got all that aggression and testosterone. Like before you hit the military fighting age of 20, man, you should be getting that aggression out in a healthy manner. Boxing gloves, martial arts, you know. That's healthy for a young man taught by an experienced older man, whether it be a father or uncle, you know, or just whoever's the best fighter in your family. They can take you under their wing and teach you, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I said, Sirach 30 verse 4, though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead. For he had left one behind him that is like himself.
Yeah, and it's beautiful how the scriptures have the words like that. Like the word for son in the Hebrew is what? It's bun. Now, when you use that word as a noun, it means son. But when you use it as a verb, it means to build.
Right.
It means to build something.
Right.
So when you have a son, you're literally building. You know? And that's why it's grievous to your enemies, because your household's getting built up.
Right.
That's why the scriptures say be fruitful and multiply. You can't just have kids, man.
Right.
You gotta pass on skill sets. Somebody's gotta know how to work the middle.
Somebody's got to know how to do husbandry and work the farms. Somebody's got to know how the money works. Somebody's got to know all of the families and who we connected with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's if you're running a household, man. You women that get jealous, the scriptures say you got to build up your household, and that includes 2 or 3 women, and so be it, man.
Right.
It's not personal. We're building up a house.
This is Rock 3.
It say, Sirach 30 verse 4 again, though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he had left one behind him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him a avenger of his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
Right, so he's going to basically pick up where his father left off at, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, if I can pass over, I can leave my inheritance. I'm not worried about it. I know you're going to be good with it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
What was that? Bad Boys 3, I think it was.
Yeah.
I think nigga Mike Lowry, he killed the dude from Bad Boys 2, but he got a son.
Yeah.
And the third one, and the son had it on his mind, man. He had vengeance.
Yeah.
Because he had a son left over. All right.
Avenger of his enemies.
Avenger of his enemies, man.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the beef between King David and King Saul, there was a lot of their sons after the fact.
Yeah.
But I want to kind of bring it to a spiritual point because, see, Yahweh Shai, he was the first spirit created. He created the elect, man.
Yeah.
So when Yahweh Shai went up to the spirit world, he left sons like unto himself.
That's the spirit. I was just thinking that.
Yeah. That's the spirit. And what are those sons, those spirits, man? It's a house. We're gonna be the third temple. We're gonna be the building blocks of the kingdom, man.
That's why I say he's the avenger of his enemies.
Right. Responsibility, man. Man, you know, you got a nigga that just rebellious. You ain't gonna like, nah, man, he ain't gonna do right, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, our parents, they gotta say, oh, yeah, you know, this is my good son. This is my good kid. Like, if you look at my brother now, my father was still living. I think he would be proud. He'll look at the progress, but yeah, you know, my man, he's very productive versus my older brother. Nigga still in the streets. He ain't dead yet, you know, but still, he's still in the streets, man. He ain't ready doing shit. But I got this man, he's standing for a purpose.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Goku died. Gohan was supposed to pick up and be that strong warrior to protect Earth, man.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's why Frieza tried to wipe out the whole planet, man. You know?
Every king wants to leave his legacy behind.
Yeah.
Every king, man.
Yeah. You find that out with King Ahab that he escaped. I think his wife escaped with one child. If I remember correctly, to be the king of the Agagites.
Yeah.
In the story of Haman.
Yeah.
Well, how did that happen, man? You left behind a son. King Saul was rebellious, didn't do what he was told. Our enemies got one seed, and boom, they came back and oppressed us, man.
Yeah.
You know, generations later.
We're gonna Rock 3 up. We're gonna end it on that in about 2 hours.
This is the book of Sirach. Chapter 3, verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter that ye may be safe. For the Lord Yahweh hath given the father honor over the children.
Right, the father's supposed to have honor over the children, but now the father is dishonor among the household.
Yeah.
He's not around. So they're like, wait, where your daddy at? First thing, he's a deadbeat, he ain't tried, he just ran off on the mother. That ain't always the case, man.
Right.
And you do got some niggas that do leave. Okay? But you got men that's like literally pushed out, man. And they feel like, you know what, I have no hope. Go ahead.
It says, for the Lord Yahweh hath given the father honor over the children, and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
Go ahead.
Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins.
Right, because your father, basically, you're the property of your father, man. You're through the grace and the lineage of your father. You don't get salvation through your mother's head. No, it's through your father's lineage, man.
Yeah.
You come through the righteous line of your father, man. Like if your mother was an Israelite, but then your daddy was a heathen, you get no glory off your mother's lineage. You know? Right. Go ahead.
It says, and he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children. And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard.
Because you're continuing the work that was instilled in you. When you honor your father, you have joy in your children because you can see how that's being passed along. As the brother said, how the house is being built.
That's right. That's right, brother. It says, verse 5, Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children. When he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life. And he that is obedient unto the Lord Yahweh shall be a comfort unto his mother.
Yep. And that's why the Apostle Gabar, he made that a point. You know, brothers who don't have a good relationship with their father, you gotta do that, man.
Match it up. Yeah.
He said, you know, you ain't gotta show up for Sunday dinner every week, but you still gotta honor and respect that man.
Yeah. You notice women, I just came back full circle, how the mother gets honored on the back end. You know? All you selfish fucking women out there, man. Just get in order. Let the men be honored first, and you get blessed behind it, man. You know? And your job really isn't that difficult. It says, verse 6, he that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient unto the Lord Yahweh shall be a comfort to his mother. He that feareth the Lord Yahweh will honor his father, and will do service unto his parents as to his masters.
Yeah, because when you coming up, you are servants to your parents. Whole thing, you have kids, you're supposed to put their ass to work. Make your life, them your little servants, man.
Right.
You know, hey, go cook, go give me the remote, you cook dinner, you clean, you go to the store, get this, you know what I'm saying? You study, you do this and that. So it can take the load off you, man. Shit, if I had sons, hey, I'm putting them to work. You shouldn't have to come home and do shit. But make sure the bills is paid and the little niggas are eating.
Right.
And discipline. They supposed to take care of all that, man.
Right. Really, the only time
Should no parents be cleaning up their own house, bro.
the only time you really, you know, as you can say, go against your parents is for the truth's sake, man.
Right.
If they have you doing something against the commandments, or as we going into earlier in the camp, if you a young man and they preventing you from doing the work, hey man, sometimes you gotta finagle your way out that, man. Because it's just, hey, the Most High, He's the creator of all of us. He's the Father of all of us.
Verse 7, like verse 8, honor thy father and mother, both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooted out foundations. You see? So there's a balance in things, man. It's not just a benign thing to have a household and not have any order to it. You know? Out of some kind of ability to want to be compassionate, 50-50. No, there's got to be order. Your children have to understand the value of honoring the parents. They have to understand consequences. You know what I mean? That's the thing that goes into a righteous family, man. It's for business.
Right.
That's right, man. And what's that curse of that mother? We went in Deuteronomy 28, man. That same verse, man. In 56, where it says, tender and delicate woman among you, do not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground. Her delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. So that's the curse, man. That's the curse of the mother that ruleth out the foundations. How is a woman evil towards her husband? When she's not giving him reverence and committing adultery. Those are two ways that a woman is evil towards her husband. Those two things right there, it breaks apart the marriage. And now the husband has to put away his wife.
Run her fucking mouth lips away, man. Sometimes just shut the fuck up. Like, just not, like, your opinion. Like, fuck your opinion, man. You know, motherfuckers always want to know, well, look, just do it.
That's right.
Shit.
And that all goes hand in hand. When you look up for reverence, it
I
means
don't see why.
deep and uttermost respect. So you shouldn't be talking back to your man, running off the mouth, calling him out his name.
Right.
You know, not doing as you're told. You're not reverencing your husband.
Talking shit behind his back too.
That's right, man.
You know, a lot of y'all get on that phone and start going off.
Yeah,
But then you get in Jake's face and want to be all, you know.
Yeah, like, if she behind you, she making all types of faces towards you, bro.
Roll
Making
your
evil
eyes.
eye shit.
stand this nigga.
And then you give us crumbs, man. Then every once in a while, you do give us reverence, and like the brother said, you give compliments and try to act like you're so verbally supportive. But then let about 5 minutes go by. You back to the same bullshit, man. You know?
And the amount of reverence don't out-mitigate the amount of fucking evil they can put on you, man.
Yeah.
Just because you give me a compliment fucking 30 days out of a fucking month, look at all the hell I almost went to jail behind your ass, hated behind you.
Right.
You didn't try to break my fucking spirit.
Sold my
All
PS4.
types of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't talk all types of shit, so 30 days of compliments ain't gonna fucking cut it, man.
That's right, man. That's evil towards your husband. That's evil towards your children. That's the curse of the mother that break the foundation. So you aren't to leave the woman in charge of the kids at all.
Yeah, they don't consider that.
No, man, 'cause they're just
They don't
gonna make
consider that.
everything fall apart. They think they can control everything because this damn devil, Edomite devil, gave them all the liberty to get a bride and have all this freedom of live and live and shit. They think they have some type of wisdom and be able to run things for these kids. Y'all should be running a motherfucking thing, but the goddamn kitchen and cleaning up the cleaning supplies.
In that bedroom.
Right.
That's right.
You know?
And you would think women, with all this technology, your job would be easier than ever. But you stupid hoes are running out to college, working 50 hours a week to be a lawyer or whatever kind of dumb. You got electronic air conditioning, all the washing. You should
Uber
be at
Eats.
home just wanting to be at home. But you women are fucking stupid, man.
Well, because they want to be better than the men, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to mimic you and take everything and copy you, and then they don't give you credit for shit. Fuck it. But that's it. But with that, we're going to close out. We give all praises and glory and honor that's due. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Shalom. Ba ba ba.